Hello. Hope everybody's well today. Hello, Firefall. Hello, BS. Where the fuck did my game go? There it is. Why do you want to put the fire deity onto this sea, Firefall? I feel like people just kind of misinterpret that I'm fucking a burning bar of copper, which burns at over 1,000. Like, what is a full? Nearly, well, it's 1,000 Celsius, 2,000 Fahrenheit, approximately. So it would just constantly be the Leidenfrost effect. Well, I guess it would be. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. So, question, Firefall, just because we noticed yesterday, did you do anything on Elite Dangerous yesterday? Because I saw you pop on and then just disappear. You had to account for pressure. I'm a deity that burns at over 1,000 degrees. The pressure's not going to have that big of a deal unless you put me like fucking far deep underwater. Just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also queued the swashbuckler video so we can watch it at any time. Yeah, it's been really bad for the server the past couple days. Oh, it's the whole fucking video. Okay. Thanks, just might help our case. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackwell. I got bored after the first 3 hours, that's fair. Hopefully it'll calm down in the next week or so. Although, hold on, Vimo isn't here yet, but I made it halfway to Colonia. I got bored this morning and was traveling for 4 fucking hours. Intermittently, I went and got some snacks too. Oh. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. It explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. That was a compliment, right? Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. Wait, am I gonna get 3D DSX Maya? Got to find my ass. Do you remember what system you were in? Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, Mr. Rhymes, you came to watch the trials? Yeah, Sasha's back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. Well, don't you worry, we're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss? Right, one unprecedented trial coming right up. I would do a jump and then get code added? Nah. Were you doing solo play or were you on our private server? Was on the group server? Okay. Maybe try doing solo play next time. Court is now in session for the trial of Aura Shipley. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Must be waste our words on this. Prosecutor Simon Blackwell. Known as the Twisted Samurai, he's a prosecutor who's also... They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk Taka by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself. Ah. Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely your gesture, baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, or Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium. An orca? Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. Hold on a second. An orca as a defendant? That's patently absurd. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place. Exaggerate. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying aunt? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it of man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. The real question is, am I in it for more pain, as always? Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Yep. Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statements, if you would. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendants. Very well, listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Shipshape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. Sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. Where exactly is the defendant now? Inside this. A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackwell? Yeah. Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca. A TV phone. Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. You'll be able to view the defendants in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. Ah, you got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. We will proceed with the defendants on telecast. So that's the orca that stands accused, is it? Oh, well, shit, they got us. Damn it! Oh, that was a good one, Newbie. I like it. Did you miss me fucking up, the Phantom? Oh, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on? Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man? Because tomorrow is the first day I don't have to be up early. That's perfectly fair. Did I already wish you congratulations on completing the asylum? If not, congrats. Yes, you did? Okay. So now you get to watch my cringe ass try to barrel through a fucking... I hate that this DLC gave me a fucking tutorial. Orla is really pulling on the charm, huh? She is far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal. That's right. The name is Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. If I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to Shipshape Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Instant death from a brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. Can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness. Prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright. You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up. Newbie, is this a 2-day thing or a 1-day thing? How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby. I hate this woman, by the way. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, I am Norma DePlume. I'm a non-fiction writer. 2 trials, 2 investigations? Alright. Pop my shoulder. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here? Looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena. What? Norma DePlume? The great non-fiction writer, Miss Norma DePlume herself? I've read a lot of your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your Million Seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites. Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I can give you my autograph if you'd like. Wait a second. I could swear you look much different in the photos in your book. Well, I used ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me. The judge seems so shocked. Visual disconnect must really be doing a number on His Honor's head. Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you'll see your debut in my books. Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma DePlume. Who knew Miss DePlume was so famous? No, poor judge. If they make a 7th game, like an actual Phoenix Wright 7th game, I want to see the judge as a defendant. Just to kind of see, like, the interest in that one. Minor, this case plays between 2 and 3. Yeah, I remember that because at the beginning of this, he was like, he was trying to like show Athena Apollo his new badge. Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief. I would thank you not to order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder. Very well then, please proceed with your testimony. It is, but we like this because it's fun. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately. This is also my favorite case of Dual Destinies not even close. We'll see. Adorable defendant really did all that? Must be much more vicious than it looks. Now deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence.
Objection!
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's alright. Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
Hold it!
Defense has always the right to cross-examine the witness, you know? Are we gonna get fucking tutorialed again? Hello, inmate told me just this morning. You want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness. Let me guess, they were convicted for contract fraud, right? All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that. Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain. I feel like I immediately know what it is.
Objection!
Like, almost immediately. Seems that you were mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon. The autopsy report does indeed say, death thought to be a result of an orca attack. But the actual cause of...
Don't forget me!
Did you do that as two separate words? Huh. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bit. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. Security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
Just as I suspected. I know you'd peek at the footage behind Fullbite's back. Well, what did you expect him when he wouldn't play nice and share? But unfortunately for you, what you saw was only one small part. Huh? Yesterday, after deciding to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book. I love Taka so much. It's adorable. Very well. Let's view the footage. What's this? The orca is biting the victim. No way. I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence. No. Can't believe Orla really bit him. And there is more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. Seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's wrist. I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is the evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca tooth marks in the victim's clothes? Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim. But there's no blood. Okay, that's the correct side. I told you so. And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in his mouth.
Objection!
However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
You were much too impetuous, right, Dono? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. And the witness was mistaken about that. Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning, the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness. After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Mr. Wright, the hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla. So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. If that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white. But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean. Dina, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think backward, mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim. I see what you're driving at. So was the true moment... So that was the true moment of the murder, was it? Now explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand. Hello, Gumbo. How are you doing today? Are you ready for Dagger to get yet another nerf? You can no longer backstab people. You can only backstab walls. And you have to do it twice in order to break through. There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I think it's all weapons get slight lunge. Within a certain distance. Like I know some weapons do get like a small amount of lunge. But like I'm thinking like all weapons. They all have it? Really? I know some of them have homing, like melee assist. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. Melee aim assist is a toggle? No, I know that. I have it on. Because the fucking movement, like, the movement in the game is too fast for some of the melee weapons. So I'm glad that like melee assist is just basically like, oh yeah, let's. Like I notice it's particularly with spear. That's a strange one to have, or not it's not a strange one to have, like a strange amount. It's in controls, I think. I saw the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. Or they killed the victim by headbutting him? Wait, where the fuck did my... Why the fuck did my shift... What? My shift button came off. I didn't even notice it. Oh no, my caps lock button came off and I didn't even notice it. And it ended up on my fucking side table. That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again. Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. They increased all melee damage while adjusting attack speeds and range. So they made it less viable again. Or, yeah. A stamina system. I don't like the thought as well. Especially since you could just, like, constantly fire a gun, given that you have ammo. It's kind of wild to me, though, that the melee system update didn't come with the medieval season, but it's coming up with the sci-fi season. That's a really strange thought process to me. Recall as well how persistent defendants can be when she's attacking her prey. And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget. That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. I don't know, sometimes it feels like, unless it's cosmetic, as Embark just doesn't really give a damn. The footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. There's also something very important it does not show. Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll know that the something is not the victim. Oh. What? I want to look away, but I can't. If it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Yeah, let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view. So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think? What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
If you didn't actually see the moments of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
Objection!
Yeah, must I do everything around here? How dare you speak so rudely to me? There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you know she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Yeah, I agree, Gumbo. I think the spear is perfect as an AoE melee weapon, personally. Sledge is good for, like, narrow single attack. Or slight multi-hit if you can get a wide swing. Yeah, the amount of times, like, me and, like, everybody just fucking, for example, in, like, power shit or something, we just hop on the platform and just start spinning and just constantly spin, even if we get our fucking shit kicked in. Like, that kind of shit is, like, the joy of the game. But no, people want metas. What they should do is modify the spinning animation slightly. Because I noticed, like, when you swing, depending on where, like, they're positioned, the spear can go above certain players. Just because of the animation. Oh, 1 year ago? That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but can someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year in which the defendant murdered a trainer. What? The orca murdered a trainer, you say? Alright, Gumbo, I want you to give me every single rework you want. One tap is one. Oh, right. That actually was perfect. And then when I think it was like when you mashed right click, it just kept going. That's what I think should happen. I agree on that. What? Is this really true? It's not looking good for us. They should make the dagger backstab instant. Yes. Mm. It's all in this book. That book. The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up. Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. The same thing she's accused of in this case. That orca killed 2 people? That thing is menaced. I'm guilty, I say. I would never want to go to the beach again. What they should do, Gumbo, is they should add a cosmetic to the dagger. Where it's just like karate hands or something. And then your backstab is doing like the fucking... like the upper palm stab in the back thing. Like where you've like... kill somebody with their pressure points. That would be funny. I saw a suggestion for fists on heavy. What I think they should do is allow you to pick up other players. I think that would be funny. Always being a dumbass. That's every time. And even then, you don't protect me very well. No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it. We were doing so well, but now... Axe of the power attack is me. That's kind of strange on that one. What it should do is... Like... Not flashback. But... Or, sorry, not flashbang. But, knockback. Like your repulsion blast for medium, but melee. Now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think that she did it. But it's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side. Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. Gotta save her, please, I'm begging you. Kinda like a Days gumbo? Asha, what am I doing doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong. I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to. Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. How about 50% flashbang plus knockback? Who else but us can save her? We can't give up. You know what? It would be really funny. Instead of flashbang, instead of knockback, do the fucking stun from, I think it was like season 5 prior. Stun fists. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. Huh. For an instant there, you were afraid of the Orca, weren't you, right, Dona? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me. You saw right through me. It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the Orca. Wait, which one's my creepy uncle tactic? Are you talking about me going through a wall? Roof of the shed? Oh, yeah! Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. And okay, I know this is probably bullshit, it's never gonna happen. I'm hoping they return Terminal. And it's never gonna happen, but I can cross fingers till fucking Kingdom Come. It's true that Orla can't speak and I don't know her thoughts. There's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too. They put Terminal back in the Chinese version just without the terminals. It's just attack. Interesting. But wouldn't that have to be like an extremely small area? Huh. And what do you know about orcas? Nothing, that's what. So allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So killer whales really are killers. Terrifying creatures indeed. I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know. Dullard. You don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no cord and lay the full truth on them. Oh, ho, ho. But of course, that is what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about? I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard? Very well, Mr. Plume. Please tell the court what you saw and what you heard. Killer whale's behavior was exactly the same a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream. So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago. That's right. Those weren't just simple cries. It was singing. What would be the most expensive gadget, though? Anything explosive. The tied up would be frag grenade, RPG. Basically anything that does a heavy amount of damage. To approach the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the swashbuckler spectacular song. Oh, there's a slight quirk about her animation. When she's talking, her eyes kind of go further apart. It's weird. That's right, it was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. It was perfectly horrible. I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone. Okay. Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do. An hover pad would be the cheapest. I could see it. Excuse me, anything defensive would be cheapest. Except maybe Dome Shield. No, Dome Shield as well. Same though. What I think would be really funny is putting a hover pad above the terminal, lock bolting the bottom of the hover pad, and then driving the hover pad away. Sorry. You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions? You bet I did. Once we expose it, we might just be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it. We'll definitely be able to. Now let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try. You got it, boss. Complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up. Oh, I 100% agree with Gumbo. But Embark doesn't like fun. As I approached the pool, Killer Whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
Got it!
Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. Must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while I was doing that. Sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? This is practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something? Oh, ugh. I remember now. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. Killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. It was a great cloud of blood. What? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that Killer Whale had killed a person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Let's take a look at this bloodstained coin. Eek! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? She doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination right, Dono? What do we do now, boss? That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging. Is there even anything left of our case to damage? Some discord? Yep. Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth. Whatever it is, so let's delve a little deeper. You got it, boss. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
Got it!
She's not as scared of the body. Huh? Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear. Disappear? And why do you suppose that was? Simple, it was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
And how exactly does that work? How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from?
Take that!
Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim. I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head. What? The orca's head? What are you prattling on about now? Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all. We did it. Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her. That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's. That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but as it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut to the bone. Meaning? I grant what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. He has a point there. You're enjoying this case, aren't you, Gumbo? You wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. Heck, there must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred... before. The thing was already dead when Orla started her headbutting. That would mean she died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10 a.m. Give me a sec, I'm getting a call. Sorry, I'll be right back. God damn it. Keep dropping my fucking mouse today. Alright, sorry, back. Must have something. Oh, hold on. I gotta. I was already dead when Orlo started headbutting the other one. Blah blah. Must have something that can. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10. I think it was this.
Take that!
Oh god damn it. But you're not sure, right? God damn it. Hmm. Is it this?
Take that!
Fuck. As Mr. Plume witnessed took place around 10:10. Must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10. Must have something that can tell us about what happened. I am died. He's dead, that's good, amen. I don't know what it would be.
Take that!
I ate out quite a bit this week. I don't know if I've been to a restaurant just to sit down in a while. Oh no, I went to Mandarin with my dad and brother. I have a sleepy cat on my leg. I've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m. Which means there's still footage going on further back than we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court. All of the footage? Mr. Plume witnessed the cloud of blood around 10:10 a.m. But I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived? Exactly. Security camera footage starts at 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there was a vital evidence in that 10 minutes before. You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I've been on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way.
Hold it!
My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell, so I suggest that you're ready to eat humble pie. Uh-oh, I can't back down now. Well, the defense is that confident in its importance. Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. Fulbright. Roger. I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well, please play it for the court. Please, please have something for me. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. What is going to be seen here. Alright, just back the footage up to the beginning now. It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point. Let's see if I can find something from before this point in time. Huh. Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for? We got nothing. Huh. All right, Dono? Those are the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything of importance? I better think about this carefully. In the footage we see... nothing. We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. Ha! You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. Doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection!
No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? It's 10 minutes of footage. Something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is this important thing you say should be in the footage but isn't? It would be the coins, would it not? Or the body?
Take that!
The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage. Oh. Ah, that's right. But the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage. It means that he must have been found there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Wait a minute. Are you saying... When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. What? Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. There's no one else who could have killed the victim. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do we now? I'd be very interested in seeing this evidence. Defense's trump card. The thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but... now's the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human?
Take that!
What's this? A coin? Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon. This tiny little coin? Is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs. As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happened to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is? Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them with a bloodstain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool. The side of the pool? But if murder took place there, it'd be difficult to say the orca did it. I realize you're trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature. And so where's this bag the coins were in? Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them. They took it? The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to the human culprit and spin the blame on Orla. That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. Found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator. Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything. Possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendants has now been suggested. If we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Plume witness? That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim. Just like it did a year ago, singing a song. I guess there still is that. Even if somebody else is the culprit, Ola's behavior seems pretty bizarre. Alvin, is somebody there? Oh, sorry. Even if somebody else is the culprit, Ola's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago. But is it really that bizarre? What do you mean? To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around. Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me. Got an itch on my fucking leg. Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place. Mr. Wright, as your lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions? I believe we should think of it in this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case? Very well. Why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case? They created a witness. I think it was trying to save him. Mr. Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness. Created a witness? Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Mr. Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and then she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim. Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator? Exactly. And that will explain Orla's actions perfectly. The defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her? Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior with this.
Take that!
Is this a whistle? Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to communicate to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals. Ah, that must be how they got Orla to do tricks for them for their pirate shows. The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks. Next the boss check. And as for you, Mr. Plume... sorry. That stretch gave me a yawn. You were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness. I, Norma de Plume, was set up? I, Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used? No. Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire. Ugh. That was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see. It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have the bloodstained coin analyzed. You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackwell can't refute the possibility of a human suspect. You did it, boss? The crime happened beside the pool. There's no way an orca could have done it. If only we could find the bag the coins were in. In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the orca couldn't have done it. Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not. My hair. My beautiful hair. Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He's merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. A right donor here would be easier to hook than any fish. That hawk sure does love the judge's head. What's this? That coin from before, and some sort of bag? A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this? How did you get that? Never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And? Does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin. I knew it, so the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open and the coins not all spilled out. The bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as a murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I'm more than satisfied that it was. Prosecutor Blackquill, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior. But Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him. What? But... are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes. Take the stand. Marlon Rhymes is a witness? Well, don't just stand there. State your name. I told you I didn't want to be a witness. I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Right Donor won't be satisfied until every stone is turned. Well, son of a bitch. Alright, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness. I wonder if Prosecutor Blackwell is going to have him testify about. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness? I'm not rapping if he starts rapping. I'm not rapping. You can't make me sing. Guys, you know I don't sing. I don't know why you expect me otherwise. The moment I sing for, well, besides the fucking bullshit we did with schematics, the moment I legitimately sing is like the time you should probably unsubscribe and fucking report me to the CRA for fucking, oh, not the CRA. What's the fucking C something C whatever the fucking Canadian secret agency is. CSA? No. Final karaoke when? Never. Well, beyond the gallows, yeah, basically. Oh my. I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music you young people or is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor. So close. And yet so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness. Without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. At about 10:10 a.m., I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room. So I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain of the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around. The orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. So they'll give us a little more info about the area around the orca pool. The defendant made the stuff fall down? Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There was no doubt that it was the orca that caused this mess. But could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidy the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he? The jail gossip? So how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move. It was child's play to an orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall. And the bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what the plume saw.
Objection!
But the witness only said he heard a loud noise. It doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orlin making the items fall. Also, why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? The orca sometimes make loud noise to summon or train her. I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get in the pool room yet. So even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it. I see, so the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
Objection!
Whenever Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. The statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence!
Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important point is that the Orca is the only one that could have moved the items. I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean that Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool.
Hold it!
Are you sure about the time you were in the staff room? What? Yes, I'm sure. I'm pretty good with time. I've never been late to work once. If you're sure about the time, then there's something wrong with that statement. Better take another look through the court record. Alright, please continue with your testimony, Mr. Rhymes. That was very, very hand-holdy.
Objection!
Never mind.
Hold it!
You heard the noise all the way in the staff room? That's right, the Orca pool room and the other staff room are pretty close to each other. Anyway, I heard the noise, so I went to the door of the pool room. I don't have a security card, so all I could do was look through the door crack. What kind of noise did you hear? Want me to describe it? God damn it. Kinda like that. Okay, but why do they need to wrap it? Well, I didn't really get all of that. But in any case, I gather it was a very loud noise. Very well, please describe what you saw at the scene. I couldn't see the captain or the Orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around.
Hold it!
You couldn't see the victim? I was just looking through the door crack. I guess all that stuff was blocking my view. I did notice a bunch of coins scattered all over the place, though. But at the time, I had no idea the captain was dead. Killed by gold coins. Ironic, isn't it? Perhaps the Orca wanted to be paid for her labor. Paid in coins raining from the skies. Coins raining from the skies. He makes it sound almost poetic. The hard truth is that those coins were actually the murder weapon. We all deserve to be paid for our work, do we not? I shall have a fine meal tonight. You find our client guilty, that is. Mr. Rhymes, do you have a theory on how the things got knocked down? Of course I do. The Orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her.
Hold it!
She uses this ball and it does a spike, right? We had a nice little demonstration of Orla's spike for ourselves just yesterday. You stand on the mark on the floor, the Orca spikes the ball at you. Doc is good at flying straight at his target as well. And I see plenty of targets right here in this room. Everybody's so busy protecting their head they forgot about the trial. Including you. Tell them what the defendant caused to happen. Well, the Orca knows people stand in a certain spot for volleyball. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain.
Hold it!
Are you saying you think she knocked down the items on purpose? I don't want to believe it myself, but that Orca's pretty smart. It'd be easy for her to pull the cloth. For her to pull the cloth the stuff was on while she was playing volleyball. Orcas are really strong. One good pull and all those things would come crashing down. I guess maybe an orca would be strong enough to make that much stuff fall. I've never seen an orca play tug of war myself. But the fact is this one did. The traces of the orca saliva found on the cloth to prove it. How long do you plan to walk the tightrope on those shaky theories of yours? Wait until you see me do the acrobatics. Almost like these are what I became a lawyer to game for. I don't know why, but Mr. Rhymes is lying. Fred had to expose the secret he and Pearls were keeping to resolve this.
Objection!
You say you were in the staff room, but is it really true? Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that? Miss Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before? Hey, that's... I see you recognize it. Yeah, it's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit at the Shipshape Aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at Shipshape. Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around the witness stand. Not to worry, your baldness. Taco will have them cleaned up in no time. Guess that bird comes in handy now and then. Alright, Mr. Wrights. Now we have seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind... no, Your Honor, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but I came into possession of a certain young lady. What? Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other on the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. They ran into each other at about 10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly the witness was out in the staff room. In other words, there's no way you could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs. What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar. That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it as a secret. You lied to me? This transgression will not go unpunished. So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you? Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the Orca pool room myself. But somebody told me about it. Who told you about it? It was, unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler. I heard about it. From Sasha. What? From Miss Buckler? My beard is so fucking itchy. But that doesn't make sense. What's going on here? Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the Orca into a corner. I do like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono? Ugh, I certainly didn't see this coming. Perfect timing. There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the Orca. Prosecution calls the traitor, Miss Sasha Buckler, to the stand. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the Orca's trainer has to say. I don't know what Sasha's gonna say, but I'll just have to meet it head on, whatever it is. We'll take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned. Okay, good. My mouth is getting fucking dry. Even though I keep fucking drinking. Newbie, are you still kicking around? Maybe not. I was gonna try to ask him how much I have longer in this. I'm gonna try to ask him how much I have longer in this. I'm gonna try to ask him how much I have. Stupid thing. Uh. Yeah, that was my fault. You got 7 hours left in the case? I kind of figured on that. You know what? I'll just call it quits. Actually, let me see something. Seems a little bit long. Okay. I didn't look up anything. I just looked up how many sections there were. We're just gonna do fweet because that's the sound the orca makes. Anyways, I hope everybody has a good night or day, depending on where you are. Make sure you eat, drink, sleep, do whatever you need. What's tomorrow? Monday? I don't know if I have plans tomorrow. I can't remember. Anyways, good night, guys, and take care of yourselves.